Yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's been a minute, and we already did this before once in our podcasting career, where we took a pause and came back, and we're doing it again. I know it's a little inconsistency, but we have been busy. Obviously, we spoke about it before. If you guys had a chance to go over to our website at amoreclothing.com, you will see what we've been working on. And my boy over here got the Amore clothing on right now. So make sure you go check that out. www.amoreclothing.com. Pick up you some apparel. It's definitely worth it. You know what I'm saying? Step out in class, step out in fashion and the streetwear. A little mixture of both, but it's definitely worth it. Now, we're here for sports. And you know how we get down with sports, man. It's been a minute since we talked sports. I've been wanting to talk sports because stuff been going on. I was like, man, I just got to get back on the podcast, but I got to talk about some sports, some things that's been going on. So we're going to jump straight into the NBA playoffs right now. We fresh off the Game 7 from Boston and Milwaukee. Bro, can you elaborate a little bit? What was your take from Game 7, and who did you expect to win that series?
I expected the Bucks to win when everybody was healthy, but since Chris Middleton went down, I'm like, y'all losing a lot of scoring right there. Drew Holiday in a consistent scorer like Chris Middleton. So, yeah. I mean, he came with defense every time, but he going against a defensive guy like Marcus Smart. Like, I mean, really.
Holiday used to be your boy, though. That used to be your guy.
He's still my boy. Like, he's 6 for life. 6 for life, but I mean, he's not a scorer like that. He's not asked to do what he once was. He just asked to lock people down now and probably hit a three here and there. Not facilitator. Just that offense just wants him to be pretty much swing, open, shoot, or create. Sometimes he create his own shot for the Bucks, but that's not often he create his own shot. Like he had to do more of it now because Chris Middleton went out. So, but as you can see, the blowout win that the Boston Celtics gave in the last two games they blew them out. Like so. We can tell that, and that's a scary team because a lot of them dudes young.
Yeah, Boston is a scary team.
That's scary. And Greg Williams, you just now mentioned something before the pod came out. Greg Williams was drafted like 2 years ago, don't get me wrong, 2-3 years ago, and he didn't get much playing time until like this season. Yeah,
and in that Game 7, he scored 7.
And I'm surprised he's getting so much playing time in the playoffs. But
yeah, so
that's how Draymond Green was discovered too. Like pretty much, I mean, lost him to be who he is. Switch another head coach. The old head coach didn't play him much, and then
Mark
they got
Jackson,
that.
I believe. Mark Jackson was the old head coach of Golden
State.
Yeah,
for Golden State, but I'm talking about for the Boston Celtics. The head coach of the Boston Celtics, Brad Stevens, went to be up a general manager type guy, to run the team. So then they brought in a new head coach, and I think he switched the rotation. And now Greg Williams giving them quality forward, small ball center minutes. So yeah, I mean,
yeah, especially in this Game 7, obviously going off the way.
And I think that's why they probably went small, and that's how they got them. Because usually, Bucks can go small too and play Giannis at center, but they rarely run that. They rarely do that. So.
I was expecting Milwaukee to come out on top of that just because it was a Game 7. I thought Giannis was going to
championship DNA, huh?
I thought he was just going to pull it through. Obviously, they're still a team to be reckoned with, Milwaukee, even though they're out now. Going forward because of Giannis. But let's talk about that Eastern Conference Finals championship now, because Boston is a really great team, and Miami is a team who in the past 3 years now has been in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That's gonna be tough.
They are a gritty team, and a lot of people like to say Jimmy Butler is not a superstar but a star. From what I'm seeing,
no,
he is literally. I'm considering him to be a superstar.
He's a star. He's a regular season star, but he's a playoff superstar. That's the best way to put it.
I don't know if you can
do because during the regular season, Jimmy Butler's not putting up 40. Jimmy Butler putting up 40 points consistently in the playoffs. He ain't doing that in the regular season.
Okay, but if you do that in the playoffs where it really matters, what is it? What is the season?
He's a playoff performer like Rondo. Rondo through the season be trash, but in the playoffs have games with doggone 20 assists, 15 points.
So you wouldn't consider him a superstar, even if he took the team. So if they beat the Celtics,
it's not him taking the team though. In the playoffs, he take the team, but it's still a team effort because in the regular season, Jimmy Butler missed some good games, and then Tyler Hero and the rest of the team catapult them. So I mean, that's just a good team.
They gel well together because obviously they've been together for a little minute now, a couple of years. But what I'm saying is, Jimmy Butler is that main guy. Now, Kyle Lowry, what has he been doing?
Kyle Lowry is just collecting the check. He's probably bringing veteran leadership to the team because they do got a lot of young guards over there. But yeah, Kyle Lowry is just collecting the check unless he's playing like a mentor role. That's the only thing I can think of.
So he out here playing what your boy James Harden doing on the 76ers over there.
Hey man, James Harden. I mean it's different though because James Harden's getting a lot of assists. Like he's being a playmaker. People just want him to score more. Like stop being so passive.
Let's put it this way then. James Harden, a superstar through the regular season, a star in the playoffs, right?
James Harden sometimes average in the playoffs.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to because you said Jimmy Butler is a superstar in the playoffs, but a star in regular season. I just wanted to get your
and this is what I'm saying. But if you want to use that one, okay, James Harden in the regular season.
That's what you said. That was what you said. You said
yeah. Let's use that. Let's use that. James Harden in the regular season, I wouldn't say he's a superstar. I would say he's a star. James Harden no longer at the superstar level. He's just a star now. Now, Houston Rockets, let's go back to Houston Rockets, James Harden. That's what everybody love to talk about. Houston James Rocket was a superstar in the regular season.
Yeah, superstar.
I wouldn't even put him as a star in the playoffs because his numbers in the playoffs hasn't been looking good for the last couple of seasons. So yeah, I mean I can't do it.
So but now you're separating the two. You separate the season and the playoffs.
In the playoffs because it's different. Because you playing one person 7 games possibly, so they can key on everything you do, make adjustments as you go. Mm-hmm. So it's different than the regular season.
And for you to perform the way that Jimmy Butler in the playoffs, it's like man, that's
knowing
tough.
that they're going to lock in on you.
That's tough.
That's crazy. And shout out to my boy Victor Oladipo. That's my dog. He had a rough go. Went from a superstar. Well, went to a rising superstar.
Yeah, I would say a rising
now he's just a star on the bench, a former all-star on the bench. And that kills me.
A really young person, but in NBA, he's a vet now. He's up there and as a vet.
Yeah.
And it seems weird because, I remember when him getting drafted, what I'm saying, I was already out of school and everything like that. But
in Orlando, yeah.
Yeah,
but I mean,
he's a vet now, so.
That's sad, though, because that injury really got him messed up. Cause
yeah, sometimes that happens. Grant Hill is another case of an injury that you never got a chance to see somebody.
You've seen that a lot nowadays. You've seen that not like Boogie Cousins. It's not even his injury. His attitude got him taking 1-year deals everywhere. It's not really his attitude. It's just the stigma they have on him.
Yeah, it's a stigma they carry around with them.
But Victor Oladipo came from injuries. Like, this man literally was an all-star, 4 years ago? 4 or 5 years ago? Was an all-star. I remember in the playoffs going head-to-head against LeBron James on Cleveland, him beating LeBron James saying, this is my stuff. This is my house. And now, look, he gone.
I think some of his better years was Indiana, but he's in Indiana.
Indiana, he became his own man. I'll tell you that. He became a superstar in Indiana.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, if Victor Oladipo, it's stars now that's on teams that's playing a lesser role, take them back to a situation where they say, hey, we believe you still can be that guy. Go give us 25, 20 a night.
So the superstars now has got to be the guys who is the legitimate leader through and through, regular season and playoffs, which would be somebody like a Giannis. We know Giannis.
Yes, Giannis is an all-around superstar.
And in the playoffs, he's going to ball.
Yeah. He's going to make sure he can. It's not much players like that, though, nowadays.
Fighting from KD against Boston, he didn't show up. But
that's different, though. That's different.
KD is a superstar.
That's different, though.
Right? I would consider him a superstar, though.
Who, KD?
Yeah.
You said you would consider him a superstar?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to. Because KD, KD's still top 2 best players in the league.
Yeah, so since we spoke on
top 5, no, top 3,
the Eastern Conference Finals, what are you expecting to come out of that then? Who are you expecting to come out of the East?
That's tough. Because I
we got to put this on record now, because remember we did this I think last year, and I took the Bucks to win it all, and I ended up winning. I remember you taking Atlanta. I believe it was Atlanta and maybe the Suns. I don't know.
I think that was a bubble year, man.
No. You had Atlanta and the Clippers winning, because you had playoff P beating somebody, and I told you.
To the finals. Yeah. You're right.
It was going to be Giannis. I said Giannis, and that's why I ended up getting this jersey that same year.
What's crazy? Man, bummed that. This year, Trae Young like a whole different player in the playoffs. Like he couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, different time. Yeah. So we're back here again. I'm glad we're back here again. Eastern Conference Finals is on. Who you got? Tough. Who you got coming out of the East?
Hey, I want to say the Heat so bad.
I think it's
because I know they gritty, but if something happened to Tatum or Brown, that team is not good. If one of them get into foul trouble early and got the force to be out there and play, it can't get nasty because the Heat going to play good defense. That's one thing the Bucks. I can't say they lack, but nobody could stop Jason Tatum. Nobody can stop Jason Tatum. But now you put Jimmy Butler on Jason Tatum. You put PJ Tucker on freaking wasn't it Jaylen Brown? Or vice versa, switch the people. Yeah, that's a tough series. That's a tough series.
So who got the better bench? You think coming out of that?
And that's what I was going to say. I was going to bring that up when talking about. I was going to say something about the Lakers. Like nowadays, you need an overall good team in which you have a former All-Star still playing at a guy still capable of playing at an All-Star level on your bench. 2 All-Star guys, because Tyler Hero don't even start for them. Sometimes he come off the bench. So the Heat definitely got a better team. Especially from top to bottom, yes. He got probably the best team in there besides the Warriors in the playoffs right now. Yeah, I thought the Grizzlies had a good top to bottom team too. It's just Ja Morant got hurt. I feel like that was a good series too.
Yeah, I was upset to see Ja get out there because Ja my favorite.
Well, too because Ja was actually doing his thing, and if they would have had him, they probably would have beat the Warriors, and that's what I'm sad about.
So. I'm gonna take Boston still to come out the East.
I'm gonna take the Heat just because I like the top to bottom,
and I like the Heat too. I just think that Boston's road to this series, I think they had a much rougher road. Like it was a tougher road to get to where they at. They had. Don't get me wrong, Brooklyn. They seem as if they beat up on Brooklyn a little easy, but Brooklyn is a high efficient scoring team. It's just a
no.
They can score.
No.
Now,
you remember that year LeBron said the Lakers were top heavy? Well, no. What team that was? Cavaliers. He was like, yeah, we top heavy.
Yeah, I would consider Brooklyn to be top heavy. Like you about
Brooklyn
to say.
is definitely top heavy. And there's only 2 guys at the top of Brooklyn.
They can score. They can score a lot. But now, this last series against Milwaukee, bro, that's not a tough one. They went to Game 7, and I mean, I know they played well, and they played well in those last 2 games like you spoke, Game 6 and Game 7, but Milwaukee is not a team that you can just walk over and push over. I don't think Milwaukee and 76ers are on the same playing field right now. I wouldn't consider the Sixers to be better than Milwaukee.
A healthy Joel Embiid is different because I felt like Joel Embiid could have carried the my team is Sixers, so I might be biased, but I felt like he could have carried them past freaking Miami. I definitely do. If he was healthy, he could have carried them past.
No.
Bro, he brought them.
He not. I just like picking on your team anyways. But yeah, so I got the Celtics coming out the East. You got Miami. I like that. I like when we
listen, the reason why, like I said, the reason why I got Miami, they're a defensive minded team. The Boston Celtics is not defensive minded. They wouldn't be happy if they win the game, 89 point game. I mean, everybody be happy if they win, but they're not looking to win an 89 to 76 point game. They not winning.
They got a defensive player of the year on their team. Plus, they play solid defense all around against. They key in on the biggest threat and they make it happen.
And okay, who's the biggest threat on the Heat?
Probably In the playoffs, probably Butler.
Best scorer. Who's the best scorer on the Heat? I can name three. I can name three guys that can give you.
You talking about all around, or you talking about just in the playoffs?
I'm talking about scoring. Now, all around, Jimmy Butler is definitely the best player because he got both sides of the ball.
That's what they're going to target. So the other guys is going to have to step up, but which they will. They can. I know they can. Hero
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
they can stand. They can do it. But I'm just saying.
Say Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have a bad game. Who's going to be over there to carry them?
I don't know. Cause I don't think Williams is going to have another.
Marcus Smart not consistent, but he's a dog on defense. He's not a consistent offensive guy.
Williams, I don't know if he's going to have
Williams. He's not consistent like that neither.
Exactly. I don't know.
Al Horford. I ain't gonna lie.
He's been a little.
He gave you some good games in the series.
Yeah, he's been a little consistent.
The last 2 games, he gave some good ones.
I don't know. I'm just gonna still take Boston in that one though. So
hey, never like bro. That's a toss up because we never know. Like Jimmy Butler, I feel like that's the thing though. I feel like if Jimmy Butler be cold, they still can win. If Jason Tatum cold, I don't think you winning. Like that's my mindset. Like you see what Jason Tatum had to do against the Bucks in order to win. You see what Jaylen Brown had to do.
I've seen what the guys around Tatum did in that game 7.
Jaylen Brown. You seen what Jaylen Brown did, and yes, Greg Williams was a pleasant surprise. Al Horford was a pleasant surprise because we thought he was washed. But I mean, hey, look at him. He didn't do this for us, by the way. I want to just put that on the table. Al Horford.
I don't know what y'all gonna do going forward, but that brings me to my next. That's transitioning over to the West because my favorite team is still in there, and that's the Dallas Mavericks, and they play Game 7 against the Suns tonight. Who do you have winning that game tonight, and why?
I have the Suns winning, but I want Dallas to win.
Of course, you're gonna have the Suns winning.
No, I want Dallas to win, though. I want Dallas to win. I don't want CP to get a ring.
I want CP to kind of get a ring.
I sound like a hater. People might be like, "Oh, he hated." I do sound like a hater, but nah, that's not the reason why. I told you the reason why the other night. My boy Westbrook ain't got a ring. AI ain't got a ring. I want him to be in the next. If Westbrook don't get a ring, I want. See, this is selfish. This is very selfish of me. But if Westbrook don't get a ring his career, they can look to see people like, oh, well, CP ain't got a ring neither. AI ain't got a ring neither, and they was top 3 point guards of their decades.
Who's had the biggest decline in your opinion? I'm gonna jump back into the West. Western Conference and playoffs. Who had the biggest decline this year? When you go back and look at Westbrook and Harden.
And that's the thing. The regular season, it was definitely Westbrook.
Because
matter of fact, I couldn't say playoffs because I mean Westbrook they made the playoffs. But regular season, I would say I wouldn't even say Westbrook because Westbrook had games he put up like 7 points.
And turnovers were crazy for Westbrook as well.
No, that been like that though.
Yeah, but still, you can't play bad and still continue with turnovers. Let's just make it worse.
And he played bad because, bro.
Let's just get off Westbrook because you know how.
No, because you know how I go with that. You know how I am with Westbrook, bro. Yeah. If you got,
I never did.
If you got the lane clogged up and you got a driving point guard who like to drive and kick, why would y'all clog the lane when he need a clear lane to do his thing? He need the ball in transition. He need people setting up in transition to do his thing. But no, LeBron has a way he play. So you got 2 people that's trying to look for an empty lane to drive and kick. Westbrook not a spot-up shooter. I don't think Westbrook will ever be a spot-up shooter. Westbrook is a rhythm shooter. He need to make a couple real quick, then get in his groove. But he need to get to the basket first to get in that groove. And yes, Westbrook has some terrible plays this year.
Well,
missing layups underneath the rim.
Missing dunks too.
I mean, LeBron missed dunks this year too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, LeBron.
I'm saying too, like, bro, it's plenty of years to see LeBron. Bro,
LeBron 38 years old.
When Westbrook was in his prime, he was missing dunks. Westbrook is 6'3", bro. That nigga's 1 inch taller than me.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm
think about that though. Just think about that. He same height as you. Matter of fact, maybe the same height.
All right, let's put it this way. We spoke about this before, and what I always told you, Westbrook had KD, never won. He
You
had
sound like, bro.
James Harden,
You
never
sound
won.
like Shannon. You listen too much in this
He had
music.
LeBron James, didn't win, and AD, and didn't win.
AD's bro. AD's the softest. No, he not.
Everywhere Westbrook goes, he does not win.
Bro, AD literally was hurt 80% of the year.
Matter of fact, he wasn't with AD. AD was just on the roster.
Exactly. AD didn't play. Like, bro, you got this man out there with an undrafted rookie that Austin Reeves gave buckets. He was buckets this year, played good defense. But, bro, come on, man. You had Avery Bradley getting minutes. You had Avery Bradley getting minutes.
We know the Lakers was an old team. It was an old team, bro. So,
exactly. So how you expect the old team to run with a league that's fully in transition mode, like trying to get buckets in transition?
I'm just saying
that roster was put together.
Was on the roster with throughout his career to never get a ring is different than Chris Paul. So
it's not different. It's not different.
Who has Chris Paul?
Chris Paul had James Harden and Clint Capella when they was in their primes.
Okay.
When James Harden was doing what people wanted James Harden to do, he couldn't make it. Chris Paul also
Harden 2 times. KD, who you consider the top 2 players in the NBA right now, and
look what KD doing without a good team.
Hey, I'm saying Westbrook had KD and he couldn't make it happen.
Bro,
remember we had an argument about.
Bro, okay. So let's say KD never went to the Warriors. He wouldn't have a ring. Let's say he would have went to Brooklyn before he went to the Warriors.
Why he wouldn't have a ring? Because it was Westbrook. That's what I was talking about.
Let him leave. Let him leave and go to Brooklyn first and get Kyrie. You think they still win the ring the first time he left? If he didn't go to Golden State with 5 All-Stars, like really 5 All-Stars, you think 4 All-Stars, 4 All-Stars. Steph, Clay, KD, Draymond, yeah. 4 All-Stars. You think he would have got? You think he would have the ring?
Iguodala was an All-Star too. I don't know how you can't count Iguodala.
I can't count him. He wasn't. He was a good club. He was a playoff performer. Yes.
He's a MVP.
He was a playoff performer, but still.
One of your favorite players one time when he was in Philly.
Once again, a lot of Philly blood, a lot of Philly love I have with me, but still, he got bigger, he got muscular, and now he ain't the same. Bro, it's not. No, it's different. It's definitely different.
All right, so I'm not going to continue to harp on that simply because we want to keep it going, keep the flow going. People don't want to hear us argue about Westbrook and my feelings and your feelings about it. So continue moving on. Like I said, Game 7 tonight against the Mavericks and Suns. You took the Suns, saying I got the Mavericks obviously as my team. I think Luka in the Game 7, just like I thought Milwaukee and Giannis in the Game 7 would take over. I'm hoping Luka can take my team to the Western Conference Finals where they will face off with the Golden State Warriors, who after 2 years being away from this type of caliber of playing in this position have made it back. And I don't see Golden State making it out the West, even though they made it this far. I think either the Suns or the Mavericks will come in and win that series in the Western Conference Finals. So I'm looking for the Western Conference Finals to be represented by no more than my Dallas Mavericks.
Whoever come out of this bracket, you saying they're going to pretty much represent the West?
Yes.
Whoever I don't believe that.
Be the team who's going to take it.
No.
Because I don't think Golden State is going to be able to.
I believe Golden State is definitely going to win the championship.
So you got
I got Golden State winning the championship.
So you got Golden State, Miami. You got Golden State winning it all. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Everybody got that. So
bro,
I'm vice versa.
Listen. I ain't one to. I don't like Clay, the basketball player. I love Clay the person. Don't like Clay the basketball player. Not Clay. Yeah, Clay and Steph. I don't like neither of them the basketball player. They're very cocky and they're very they got a great team over there, top to bottom. They just like the Miami Heat. Top to bottom, they can throw players at you. Oh, Steph down? Okay, let's throw Jordan Poole in there. Let Poole get it. Oh, Poole down? Let's throw Clay at you. Okay, Clay down? Let's throw Wiggs at you. He can shoot some threes now too. Like, bro, that's a scary team. And just think about it. Every player I just now named is a 3-point shooter.
Yeah, but I've definitely seen them in position.
Have bad nights? Yes, we see them have bad nights.
I believe Steph is not even 40% on threes this year. I mean, this is probably one of his worst years on threes after he broke that record. After he broke that record, he had a plummet where his threes.
But do you want to count him out though?
Do I want to count him out? I'm not saying I'm counting him out.
Man, I seen Steph have a bad shooting game. Fourth quarter clutch time. This man just came off screen, bam, cash.
Man,
like,
look,
bro, you can't, bro. I told you I'm not a Stephen Curry fan as a basketball player, but I can't count him out in the playoffs. Or Clay, you just not see what he did.
All right, so you got Golden State winning all, and and if the Mavericks make it, I got the Mavericks winning it all simply because that's my team. Obviously, I'm gonna be biased and go with my team, and I wanted to have a Cinderella story and go ahead and take it all, even though I know
it's not Cinderella story though, because y'all good, y'all have a good team system.
It's a good team
system.
And Jason Kidd as a head coach has been doing a good job. I just believe, as a roster standpoint, we're not one of the best teams in the playoffs right now from a roster standpoint. But I'm just saying I'm going to be biased and count on Jason Kidd and Luka and those guys to get it done over there. But as far as who I believe is probably going to take it all, I think it's the year of the Celtics. I think Tatum this year is actually going to take it all. So I
don't see it choose their team, man. They going against some like real stiff teams now. Like 76ers, we had one guy and the rest of them are just guys. But we got one main guy, MVP candidate, MVP, should have won this year. But like that's all we had. That's all we had to throw at you. James Harden, he ain't going to score like he used to because they ain't giving him the fouls that he used to get. And people love saying, "Oh, James Harden changed," but no, he's not getting the fouls he once got. Y'all must have forgot James Harden sometimes shot like 12 free throws a game. That's so half his points come from there. So you give James Harden 23 performance, give him them 12 free throws back that he been getting at the Houston Rockets. Now he averaging scoring 32 points a game.
Well, all I gotta say is bye James Harden, bye 76ers. And
yeah, goodbye.
Let's transition over.
It was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
We want to keep this short and sweet, you know what I'm saying? But we got to talk. We got about 10 minutes before we head out of here. I say about 10 minutes before we get up out of here. We want to jump into a little bit of NFL because obviously that's my favorite sport and that's the league I follow nonstop. NFL draft. We never got a chance to speak on the NFL draft. What I can say is the Baltimore Ravens had a phenomenal draft when you listen to experts and people who know what was going on. I got a chance to look at some tape, and I can say I'm a little worried about that first pick we got with Kyle Hamilton. I didn't see what everybody else claimed to see, so I feel like I hope he proves me wrong. I know the New England Patriots.
Yes, sir.
Had a draft that everybody was saying was suspect.
Everybody said my draft was terrible.
So please elaborate a little bit on how you
feel. Okay, so
in the New England Patriots.
So we got a quarterback. That means you seen them got rid of Jason Stidham.
To the Raiders.
You see, we got him. Get rid of him. Okay, cool. Because we drafted a quarterback. Okay, you see, we got one of the smartest players in the draft, right? See, we got one. And Bill Belichick loves smart players, not necessarily fast players. He switches on you this year. Nothing but athletes. Receiver we got is a burner. Okay. So Nelson Aguilar been dropping the ball a lot, right? He wasn't giving us what we thought. Come on, step in for him. Nelson Aguilar took the back seat. Just be a decoy. We got that fast guy. Go right there, turn some kicks. And then we got a cornerback, right? We got a cornerback. We drafted two cornerbacks. One's a nice, good, solid cornerback. You know what I'm saying? I like him. I see some film on him. I like him. The other is just a return specialist guy, athletic guy. Throw him in some packages. Get him out there. You know what I'm saying? Might be practice squad guy, but who knows? Hey, throw him in some packages. I think we did a darn good draft, man. We got a linebacker as well. Not the fastest. But once again, we don't draft fast people. I mean, switch it up a little bit. But hey, I feel very confident to say we probably got the worst team in our division now.
Yes, I believe so. Just based off the draft.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm not. Once again, I'm a realist. I can definitely say we probably had one of the worst roster filled teams like on paper. Now,
Yeah.
once again, they got to gel. They got to
Yeah.
gel. These
Yeah.
teams got to gel. If they don't gel, I feel like we better than them.
Oh yeah.
That's the difference.
So I kind of agree with you. What you're saying on paper, you guys do have one of the worst teams in that division.
Baby boy, we bad on baby boy.
Matter of fact, y'all is the worst team in that division if you go by paper. But y'all do have Bill Belichick, like you said, and y'all do, for the simple fact, do have to play the game of football. The game of football is not played on paper, so
Exactly.
it don't matter if they got 100 stars, you got 2 stars. The game is not played on paper; it's played on the field. So that's where we'll get to see the coach Bill Belichick if he drafted the right guys, if they really got in there and they're football players versus just being superstars coming off of
just fast people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
coming off the draft board with a name. So that's my issue with.
See, that's the thing though. We didn't really get names though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why my issue was with the Ravens was they drafted the number 1, the top rated safety in this year's draft. We took him, right? Oh wow! Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen some safeties come off.
Y'all secondary do suck though.
No.
Y'all secondary was hurt.
It was hurt. We probably, if you go by paper, we probably got the best secondary in the league.
I'm gonna say y'all still got Marcus Peters. Y'all still got Marlon Humphrey. Marlon Humphrey's had a down year this year.
And we have now the safety from the Saints, Marcus Williams.
I like him, but y'all need to
and y'all we got Kyle Hamilton now, the best safety from the draft, considering.
I remember him. I like him too. Y'all needed the slot corner. That's what y'all was missing this year. Well, y'all was missing 2 corners this year. Marlon Humphrey had all the pressure on him.
Well, Humphrey was out after a while. I think he only played about 6 games, 7 games, and he was going to. So,
yeah, y'all was bad.
We were just hurt all across the board. But just sticking on the draft, I think we really just going off names that came off the board. We had one of the best drafts, maybe a second to first. Second, probably after the Jets. First, if the Jets didn't take some of the guys they took. So I'm really excited about what this year is going to bring for us. But one of my favorite players got taken very early, and I was upset. And I was hoping the Ravens would draft him. It was Derek Stingley Jr. He ended up getting drafted to the Houston Texans.
Yep. I like him. You talked about him.
First defensive guy off the board and the first DB off the board at number 3. And then Sauce Gardner came right behind him, who a lot of people.
My boy. That's my guy.
Did you know Sauce Gardner is 6'3"?
Yes.
That's a tall, lanky.
170, 18. Something. His weight is ridiculous. Like, he ridiculously skinny.
Yeah,
like,
he's really skinny and really tall, and it's fast.
He looks like a receiver.
Yeah, so that's hopefully all that transitions over to the NFL, and if he does, man, it's gonna be.
I think that's a body type of a corner right now, though. Tall and doggone. That's why people made such a big hurrah about Travis Hunter, that dude signed Jackson State.
Yeah,
skinny, athletic. Yeah.
So I mean, I think if you go by technique, I would take Derek Stingley. I think Derek Stingley probably is a better corner all around. But I do like the qualities you get from Sauce Gardner. What was your favorite pick in this year's draft? Let's speak on the draft right quick. What was because we got maybe 4 minutes. What was your favorite pick in this year's draft?
For me, it would have to be. I would have to go with my Patriots people because we needed a fast wide receiver, bro. We got one of the fastest dudes on the board, man. But besides my team, I would have to go back and look because really, I didn't really pay attention to the draft, but my team.
Okay, my favorite pick happened to go.
Not Sauce Gardner though, because I pay attention to him. I follow him.
So my favorite pick came from your team, your college team, Ohio State, a wide receiver. I can't pronounce it. I always want to pronounce it.
He got picked up by somebody. I forgot. Yeah, that's my boy,
Chris Olive. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I always say Olive. I don't know why. Or maybe I'm missing a letter when it pops in my head. But it's something about that receiver when I got a chance to see some of his tape and then get to look at him and some of the rookie minicamp workouts that he's been doing. I'm like, man, this guy I think is going to be a really good receiver for some reason. Something strikes me about that guy to be a good receiver. And that was one of my looks in this year's draft was the receiver.
I would say that in our Ohio State, once again, that's my team. Ohio State do produce good receivers that never get a chance, though.
decent receivers. Because the only one I know that's got a name right now is probably
Scary Terry.
Michael Thomas.
Scary Terry too. Chill out.
Oh, from the Commanders. Right?
That's such a dumb name, bro. That's such a dumb name.
And now that we're back talking sports, it's good that we can eventually get into all this stuff where we could clown and talk about some of the stuff in sports. But if we just want to go into a little bit of football while we were still, talking sports, and just elaborate a little bit on this draft. We're going to keep it short and sweet. You will be able to catch us again. We're going to start dropping back on the regular. That way we can get back to negotiating, getting back to debating, and having a little bit.
Just to say, not to interrupt you, but Ohio State did have 2 wide receivers go back to back.
Yes, they did. They did have.
And who you said who I was surprised. Williams from Alabama. That boy, he's gonna be nice.
To Detroit, right?
Yeah. The only thing about that is he's on Detroit.
The only thing I see now, don't get me wrong, because I know people I'm from the South, and we talk a little different, but we are raised with respect. But it's just, if you go back to when he was drafted, when he walked up for his primetime interview, the way he spoke to the lady seemed so unprofessional, and it just seemed too ghetto, right? In my opinion. But I understood him because
you gotta be who you are, though. You gotta like Lamar Jackson. Like Lamar Jackson came out there, he was
respectful, but he had a manner of respect when he was speaking. He was talking to a lady. Go back and watch that, okay?
I gotta watch it. I want
you to tell me how you felt when he was talking to that lady. Because it didn't feel like it felt like it was no respect in there. Now, don't get me wrong. I know he probably had a little attitude, not toward the female or anybody. It was just to the fact that he dropped that far. I believe he felt like he should have been drafted before some of those other receivers, and that was his issue. Maybe he had like a chip on his shoulder, like, okay, I'm gonna show these boys, I'm gonna get in and do that. And that was my issue with it. But other than that, man, we're gonna keep it short and sweet, man. Please, AmoreClothing.com, AMOREI, AmoreClothing.com. Check out the store. The apparel is dope. We feel like we put a lot of time into this, a lot of work.
I like that just now.
Make sure you check out the Amore drip, man. Like I said, it's casual. You got streetwear in there, and we're a new brand. We're a new brand. You know what I'm saying? And we just want to be able to give people affordable, classy. What would you call it? Stylish, very.
It got a little something there for everybody. We're going to introduce a lot of things, but something in there for everybody right now. We got the females covered for the summer wear. We got the young men trying to be laid back, cool, stylish. We got that too. And we also got some flashy stuff for the young men, mid to young men. So, yeah, we definitely got some stuff for y'all.
And some stuff definitely coming. Some stuff
definitely coming. Like, once again, on the professional side, we going to come up with some button up. We got some stuff coming, and that's some stuff I've been thinking about lately. We had talked about at the after, but yeah, we definitely got stuff coming for y'all. So y'all stay tuned.
Y'all stay tuned and check out the store, man. Shop with AmoreClothing.com, man.
Support your boys. I mean, I know we've been slacking, like he said, we've been slacking.
We ain't been on here for a minute, man.
But hey, man, we've been busy on this. We're trying to make our dream come to reality. So
yeah.
Just help us get there, because when it's all about passing it forward, about changing within. So pretty much we're trying to do this positive thing just for we can make more people be positive too in this world. So, hey, you know what I'm saying?
We're trying to be that bridge that people need or looking forward to help transition to that better of themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a wrap though, my guy. It's going to be a wrap though, bro. It's been good back on here talking sports again, man. Like I said though, please, you know what I'm saying, go check out the store at AmoreClothing.com.
Please. Pretty please.
Get back with us, man, because we're going to be back.